Welcome to Setting the Table, the Chefs of Best Fest. I'm Diwesh Bhattarai, your host, and today I'm sitting down with Chef Diwesh Bhattarai of Saffron. His story starts in Nepal, where food was a part of everyday life, family, and celebration. Now in Omaha, he brings those flavors together with Indian influence, culinary technique, and a real heart for hospitality. I cannot imagine myself like not being at a restaurant and like doing something else. My thought when I was back home was American dream was like everywhere, you know, we saw it on the TV. I had one of my friends who was already here in Omaha, and that's the reason why he came to Omaha was he was like, yeah, I mean, like it was very welcoming here. This could be the place. Me and my wife, my friends, we call it Omaha. The town that we live in Nepal is very close to the Indian border. So we're heavily influenced with the Indian food and culture. I was working at this restaurant, and then one of the chefs, he saw this thing in me, and he was like, oh man, like you have some skills, you know? I told my wife, like, I think like this is what I want to do. I said, well, what are you talking about? Like you're almost done with your degree. I couldn't imagine myself sitting on the desk all day long. When I went to the culinary school and I started learning, I think like I can do this. We're trying to improve like everything every day. That pushes me, and that's what I enjoy about restaurants.
I mean, every restaurant has their own style and things they're doing. Some have potatoes, you know, some have chickpeas and other vegetarian stuff. But I like to keep it a little bit simple and a little bit fresh. It's kind of gives that actual flavor of the cheese and the spices.
My name is Diwesh Bhattarai. I'm originally from Nepal. It's been 20 years I've lived in Omaha. I was always around my mom, my grandmom. I know our household back in Nepal, the culture is like they cook at home like every single meal. Back in Nepal and India, we don't have a lot of techniques. Being very developing countries, we don't have a lot of equipments. So that brings us down to either drying or deep frying, you know, or, you know, braising. Cause like our culture, like we have a lot of holidays. And back in Nepal, they celebrate like a lot of things. And then like each celebration would represent a different food. Favorite holiday would be a Dasai, which is our biggest festival. So it's that's how they celebrate. And then during that festival, the goat meat is one of the staple, you know, like so like when the festival comes, it's like, oh man, well, now it's time to eat the goat meat.
So we're not gonna like super smooth. We're just gonna keep that little bit of rainy consistency.
I didn't even know that Omaha had a really nice culinary school. And I went one day just for the tour, and I loved it, and I joined. At the time, I was doing my computer science at Bellevue, and then I was like, I told my wife, like, I think like this is what I want to do is, and I joined the culinary school, and that's how my journey began. There was a restaurant I used to do stars, and then this chef, one weekend, like he was like, all right, if you have something you want to run this weekend, a dish, go ahead. I mean, I'm very highly influenced with the Indian dishes, and then so I told him like I'll make a shrimp buna. So it was like the buna sauce with the shrimp, like a creamy onion tomato sauce, and then he loved the shrimp dish, and then he was like, yeah, let's run this weekend, and we did pretty good on that. Whatever we do at Saffron is pretty much, that's how we grew up eating. We had rice all the time, every meal. We have like curry. We eat curry growing up like all the time. And we have bunch of like side condiments like, you know, chutney, raita, yogurt and stuff like that. So our whole goal is here, like we're not just focused on food, but we are focused on the whole experience. I mean, we're trying to focus on each aspect of the dining, ambience, with our food, you know, with our drinks, and we're trying to incorporate a lot of wine and stuff. With that experience, we want to create some food that is not very overpowering. We are not like very traditional Indian restaurant. What we try to do is like we still use all the spices, whatever we do like originally, how the dish is made, but we try to incorporate a little bit of toning it down and then, you know, just trying to be creative. My culture, like guest, is very important to us. No matter what, I want them to have best experience from every aspect. To feel for somebody else, to make them feel homely, it has to come from within. If that's not coming from your inner heart, no matter how much you pretend, that person who is sitting at the table is not gonna feel that. You have to feel that within yourself, and then when you serve with that feeling, you know, I'm like, the smile comes within.